When I was younger, I got into a fair bit of trouble, both at school, at home, and work. But before I get into the shit that I got up to when I was younger, I want to... Sorry brother, but I'm going to throw you in the deep end here. When my brother was in high school, he got kicked out of one school. He got into too many fights and the principal said not to come back the next year. Then at the next school that he went to, he set up a bike pump and a cigarette lighter and whoosh, pyrotechnics across the classroom, and got expelled from that school for setting fires in the classroom. I don't know if I learnt from my brother's experience, because I have gotten into a little bit of trouble myself. When I lived in New Zealand when I was 14, the school that I went to was quite strict, the dress code was quite strict. And one day I went to school and it was cold, freezing, rainy day, and the principal, who was a little bit of a... words that I'm not going to say on the internet, she took my coat because it was not uniform policy. So the entire day I was absolutely freezing, and at the end of the day I went to her office and I asked for my coat back, and she said no, I'll get it at the end of the week. You know what I said to her? Go f yourself. I went into a cupboard where I knew my coat was, opened the cupboard, took my coat out, walked out, and then that was it. And I took the bus home that day, and when I got home, my mum had a very, very pissed off, disapproving look on her face. And she said, "You're suspended." The principal called me. And then when I told her why I am suspended, she rang the principal up and yelled and swore, and I went to school the next day. I wasn't suspended because that was a ridiculous reason to be suspended. But the next thing that I got in trouble with, yeah, I deserve this one. In New Zealand, they have Guy Fawkes Day, which is like fireworks display thing. And on Guy Fawkes Day, if you're 16 years or older, it's legal to buy fireworks, or at least it was back then when I was in high school. And I bought a big box of firecrackers and smoke bombs and fireworks and heaps of stuff, and had a bit of fun with those. And then a few months later, I still had a few left over, and I thought, I wonder if it's a good idea to bring them to school. Probably not the best idea I've ever had. I took them to school, I set off firecrackers in the principal's office, and I didn't get caught doing that one, but then I was upstairs and the girls' toilets were downstairs, and so I walked upstairs and I had 5 smoke bombs and I threw them down the stairs, all lit, and turned around and shit. There was a teacher, and yeah, I got suspended for a week for that one. Yeah, I deserve that one. For the rest of the day, the entire bottom floor and upstairs on the whole one side of the school was completely smoked out. Like, in New Zealand, in schools, they don't tend to have air conditioning or fans and stuff like that because New Zealand's cold. Why would they bother having fans in the classroom, really? I don't understand the reason for being suspended, because it's like a holiday. You just get to stay at home for a week and not do anything. Or at least that's what I did anyway, like when I was suspended, because I've been suspended a few times when I was in high school. My mum really didn't care. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, the fact that she didn't care. But I guess I had a little bit of a free ride with going to high school and being a little shit, but it's probably not the best idea to get into the shit that I got into when I was in high school. And when I think back at it now, like, I got into so much crap at high school. I got suspended heaps of times, I left class, I skipped school. There was so many things that I did wrong. And when I think back at it now, it's like, I should have finished school. I should have actually done stuff at school and not mucked around and not thrown firecrackers into the principal's office, even though that was a little bit of a thrill and an up yours when I did it to her. So I'm gonna leave it there, and I hope you liked it, my crazy teenage years, and I'll leave it there and I'll see you guys next time.